All right, so let's take a look to see what happened in the markets today. And today is Thursday, April 8th, and we're going to do this in 5 minutes or less. Well, today, another day, same story. The S&P 500 managed to squeeze out another record close, but barely. Let's take a look at the indices and see what happened. So here we see the Dow Jones, and as you can see, the Dow did not manage to make another record high, just a little bit shy overall, not much going on. As you can see, the Dow only up 0.17%. Now here is the S&P 500, and the S&P 500 did it, made another record high, same as yesterday, up 0.42%. See, if you look at the 5-minute chart here of the S&P, this is where we see what happened today, and it's really not a whole lot. We opened here, we opened higher than we closed yesterday, and we're pretty much not going anywhere, and then drifting slightly higher into the close. So overall, a super quiet day. However, the Nasdaq, take a look at this. It's finally catching up. What do you know? I mean, still not making any record highs, but at least getting close. And as you know, this year, the Nasdaq has been underperforming, but right now it's outperforming, and it did it today again, up 1.04%. All right, so what happened overall? Well, let's take a look at the economic calendar and see what has been happening today. Well, as you can see here today, unemployment claims were released, and unemployment claims came in worse than expected. So expected was that they're dropping from previously 728,000 to 682, but they came in at 744,000. So that's not good. But then shortly after that, we had Fed Chair Powell speaking, and everybody was waiting for this and see what he has to say. And he spoke at a virtual event of the IMF, and he said the recovery remains uneven and incomplete. And he also said inflation is not expected to be serious. So long story short, looking at this, it means that the Fed will not tighten the monetary policies. And this is what we saw in the markets today. I mean, over the past few weeks, as you know, there was a lot of talk about the 10-year notes yield. And it was rising, really, really high. But now, as you can see, it has plateaued right there. So there's not a whole lot going on. So therefore, inflation is not really a key factor right now. So let's take a look at some movers and shakers today. Let's see what happened. So here we have the FinWiz map, and we see that Apple has been higher by 1.92%. Tesla up 1.91%, almost there. Microsoft up 1.34%. Netflix up 1.4%. You get the idea here. But let's take a look at some stocks that really moved today. And in the news today was CGC, Canopy Growth Corporation, because they said that they will acquire another company called Supreme Cannabis, and this will be in a deal that is worth $350 million. And here's what typically happens during these mergers: when one company says that they're acquiring another company, the company who is acquiring the other company is going down, and this happened today to CGC, and the stock that they're acquiring is this SPRWF, and as you can see, it jumped higher, up 53% today. But hey, 53%, it is a penny stock. It's only trading at 31 cents, so really not a whole lot going on. So also in the news today, look who is back, Gamestop. I mean, Gamestop made news today. It was down 4.3%, which is really not a whole lot after all this craziness that was going on here. But they said that they plan to name Ryan Cohen as a chairman of the board and replace Cassie, I think her last name is Brabeck, not quite sure. And as you can see overall, the GameStop frenzy might actually be over, because it is definitely more calm. But do you remember Roaring Kitty, the Wall Street Bets guy? So his real name is Keith Gill. He testified actually in front of Senate here, and he made over $25 million on his GameStop bet. Not bad at all. Anyhow, so getting a little bit distracted here. So what can we expect for the remainder of the week? Let's just take a look at this. And whether we look at the S&P or the Nasdaq, you see that this week overall has been a pretty good week. So this here is this week, and we have been going up. Now, after we have several up days in a row like this, it is not unusual for the markets to actually pull down towards the end of the week. And this is kind of what I'm expecting for tomorrow, that we have a slight pullback. But hey, let's see what happens. And keep in mind, always trade what you see and not what you think. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.